Hey, what is up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ivy and today we are going to be picking our May TBR with our little prompt jar. As always, I have timestamps in my description box, so I always like to do a little housekeeping at the beginning, but if you want to skip straight until the first prompt, I will have that in the description when the prompts start. First little thing of housekeeping, obviously we have another different setup than what we had last month. If you guys watched my March or April TBR videos, you know I've been kind of trying to come up with a setup that I like for these videos, and I don't really know, like, oh, my hair's falling out. And I don't really know, like, let me know if you guys like this one, if you liked Marches or Aprils, or if you don't really like any of them and you kind of want me to keep trying to find something. I really don't know. I thought that this one would be a little bit, I want them to be a little bit plainer so you can kind of focus on the books, but you can still see quite a bit in the background. So I don't know, we'll try again next month, or if you guys have one you prefer, let me know. I am pre-filming this video just because I have a very busy month coming up and I want this video to get filmed. So I don't have an accurate update on my April TBR. I will film a short on how I did on my April TBR though, so I'll make sure that I have that linked below. I don't know if I can put shorts in cards, but if I can, I'll put it in a card. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say is I usually have some type of digital TBR that I'll insert here to pick off of as well from my library or Libby or Kindle or anything like that. And I did not make one for this month because I really want to focus on physical books. I have had such good reading months in March and April, but I have read barely any physical books, so I definitely want to focus on books that are on my actual TBR and actual physical copies. I don't really know what I'm feeling. I definitely feel like I've been feeling some romance, so I would love to pick some romance. And then every time I walk past this shelf, so many of the books on here really intrigue me, so I don't know. I feel like this could really go any which way. I don't know. I also always try to have a different prompt jar, and this one is the one for May. Look how cute she is. She is so cute. I love her. She's a little summery. I might keep her for June too because she's so cute. But yeah, we'll see what we get to. This is my last month where I have my little spring prompts, so I might do half spring prompts, half regular prompts. We shall see. But let's go ahead and pick our first prompt. Oh, this one's a long one. I feel like my prompts are very, very long. This one says, a book with more than one person on the cover. I have to pick a romance for this. I feel like this is such an easy romance pick. Immediately, I feel like Before I Do by Sophie Cousins is kind of catching my eye. I don't really know what this is about, but I really want to read something by her. I also have had my eye on Love Theoretically. I saw a TikTok that said if you are coming off of the project Hail Mary high and the cute nerd aesthetic of Ryan Gosling in that movie, to give something like this a shot, which I feel is why I have been thinking about it so often lately. I feel like there's honestly no comparison. I think most of these romances have two people on the cover. I just feel like this is what I'm really gravitating towards and what I really want to pick. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and stop looking and pick Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood for a book with more than one person on the cover. Let's pick a spring prompt. Those are yellow. Here's one. A book with a yellow cover. I'm seeing two options. So, okay, maybe a couple more. It looks like we have 3 options. The first one is The Match by Sarah Adams. This is one of her older books. I think it's been republished with a new cover. Having worked for Southern Service Paws for a few years now, I like to think I'm prepared for just about any client meeting under the sun. I am dead wrong. The day I meet with single dad Jacob about potentially matching his daughter with one of our service dogs, I learn a few valuable lessons. Always set my alarm clock. Single dads are way hotter than I previously thought. It is possible to go from fantasizing about kissing someone to wishing they would be run over by a truck in a matter of minutes. Yeah, I thrifted this a while ago. I read The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams and really did not enjoy it, and I already had thrifted this one when I read The Cheat Sheet, so this is kind of like my second chance for her. If I don't like this, I honestly don't know if I'll pick anything else up by her. I thought about trying the When in Rome series, but I'm just not sure. So we have The Match by Sarah Adams. And then this one I feel like is like yellow enough it can count. This is Jane and Edward. It is a modern reimagining of Jane Eyre. I think it's like a workplace romance. He's her boss. There is an element in Jane Eyre though. If you've read Jane Eyre, I think it happens in chapter 32. But I'm just like curious for like modern reimaginings, like how they do that element. You guys know what I mean. If you know the story of Jane Eyre, I feel like you know what I mean. So that's Jane and Edward. And then the other yellow cover I have is Saturday Night at the Lake Night Supper Club, which is a general fiction, I believe, about like saving a family restaurant. This one's kind of tough because I'm honestly not super excited about any of these picks, if I'm going to be totally honest. I definitely think I'm just going to veto The Match by Sarah Adams. I mean, I do feel like I could get this off of my TBR because I fear like I would start it and just DNF it. I don't know. I definitely don't think I'm gonna pick Jane and Edward. I'm just not in the mood, and I really want to be in the mood when I pick this up because I do think I'll really like it. Jane Eyre is one of my favorite classics, so I think we're gonna veto that one. Honestly, now I'm thinking like maybe The Match is my best option. Let's see what this one says. In this vanishing world of relish trays and brandy old fashions, New York Times bestselling author J. Ryan Straddle has given us a story full of his signature winning, honest yet fallible Midwestern characters as they grapple with love and tragedy, hardship and hope, and what their legacy will be when they are gone. I don't know if I already want to put another romance on the TBR as my second pick because just feel like there's other romances that I'm really excited about that I would love to pick if I could. So I think we're gonna go, I'm like all over the place with this prompt, for a book with a yellow cover, Saturday Night at the Lake Night Supper Club. Prompt number 3. This seems to be going like really fast today. I feel like I'm picking really quick. A book under 300 pages. Okay, why do I feel like I have no books on here that are under 300 pages? I don't think this one is, but this one is my book club book for May. It's not. So I would really love to read that. It's The Glass Castle under 300 pages. Cross your fingers. Okay, it is. The Glass Castle is in fact under 300 pages. I think the only other option would probably be Open Water, which I'm just not gonna lie, I don't think I would pick that. Let's check House of Hollow too. This one seems like it's a pretty... Okay, this one is 292, so just under 300 pages. And then The Glass Castle is 288. So they are both just under 300 pages. I'm actually really excited about both of these. My mom's the one that actually recommended this to me. She loved it. I don't really know what it's about other than the fact I think this woman didn't have the most amazing childhood. The Glass Castle is a remarkable memoir of resilience and redemption and a revolutionary look into a family at once deeply dysfunctional and uniquely vibrant. When sober, Jeanette's brilliant and charismatic father captures his children's imagination, teaching them physics, geology, and how to embrace life fearlessly. But when he is drunk, he is dishonest and destructive. Her mother has a free spirit who adored the idea of domesticality and didn't want the responsibility of raising a family. The Walls children learned to take care of themselves. They fed, clothed, and protect one another and eventually found their way to New York. So this is The Glass Castle by Jeanette Wells. This is a memoir. And then obviously a very different pick. This is House of Hollow. I believe this is YA dystopian. I think there's a sapphic element. Iris Hollow and her 2 older sisters are unquestionably strange. As children, they disappeared on a Scottish city street only to return a month later with no memory of where they had been or what had happened to them. More troubling, their appearance began to change. their blue eyes now black, their dark hair now white. As they grow older, odd and eerie occurrences seem to follow in their wake. People find them disturbingly intoxicating, unbearably beautiful, and inexplicably dangerous. I don't know. I wish I could put them both on my TBR, honestly, because I feel like I have been in my nonfiction era, but I do really want to read this one, and I feel like it's so different from the other two I have on my TBR. I don't know. This is honestly kind of a tough one. I think I'm gonna go House of Hollow. I think we'll go House of Hollow. I don't know. I'm having such a hard time picking today, you guys. I'm being so indecisive, but I think for a book under 300 pages, we're gonna go House of Hollow. I don't know if I want to pick another spring prompt because I do feel like that kind of limits what I can pick. And there are a couple books that are really on my radar that I would love to put on the TBR. This is another regular prompt, so we'll see after this one, like if we want to pick another spring. I feel like we need to at least pick 2 spring. Pick 2 prompts and pick a book that fits both. Oh my gosh, that is so fun. I totally forgot I put that prompt in there. I think I saw Rachel Catherine do that. So here's one. And then should we pick a spring prompt? That could be kind of fun. Or maybe it was Lottie Smalley. It might have been Lottie Smalley. I think if I can't find a book that fits both, I might just like toss them back into the TBR jar and pick 2 more prompts. So the first prompt we have is a new release, which we're just gonna put right back into the jar because I really only want to pick physical TBR books right now, and I don't have any new releases on here right now. So let's just go ahead and pick another one. Okay, we have 1 spring prompt and 1 regular prompt. The spring prompt is a book with an animal on the cover. Oh gosh. And then this one is a book with a 3-word title. Okay, so let's go through and pick books with 3-word titles and see if any of them have animals on the cover. And if they don't, I feel like we should put the animal on the cover prompt back because I have a feeling that's what's going to limit us. So The Glass Castle is a 3-word title, but no animal on the cover. By a Thread, but no animal on the cover. Before I Do, but no animal on the cover. The Fake Mate, but also no animal on the cover. There is paw prints, but I just don't think... Oh my gosh. Okay, we might have one, you guys. The Dead Romantics, that is a 3-word title, and there is a little birdie on that. Okay, so that's an option. Any 3-word titles? 6 of Crows. There's got to be an animal on that cover, right? Okay, Legends and Lattes, no animal. Let's see if 6 of Crows. And that is a crow. Okay, I can't believe we have 2 options for this. This is actually so fun. The Midnight Library. Is there an animal on the cover? There is. I cannot believe we have so many options for this. This is so fun. Okay, so we have 3 options. We have the Midnight Library, which has like the tail end of a whale on it. Then we have 6 of Crows, which has a crow wing. Actually, with the whole crow's on there, there's its base. And then we have The Dead Romantics, which also has a little bird on it. This is a tough one, you guys. I already have a romance. I feel like I have a good variety. I have a romance, a general fiction, and then I think this one is considered like dystopian, or maybe it's fantasy or like gothic horror. I'm not really sure. And then this is magical realism. I saw this on someone's spring TBR or spring recommendations list that like a lot of people read this in the fall, but it actually has really good spring vibes. I read an Ashley Poston book earlier this year and I really liked it. And then 6 of Crows. The only reason why I'm kind of like hesitant to pick this is 1, it's long. And I read The City of Bones first trilogy. I think I read it in like January. Like I think I read the whole thing in January, and it has taken me from that time till now, I'm still not finished with it, to read The Infernal Devices. And I'm just like struggling to get through them. So I don't know if it would help to kind of take a break and maybe do like a quick duology, or I don't know. Like I don't know if I should do a quick duology or if I should just do The Dead Romantics. I think I'm gonna go Six of Crows, actually. I think I'm gonna go Six of Crows. I feel like this one I need a little bit more of a push to read, and I don't think it's because I'm not gonna like it. I just think it's because I'm not the biggest fantasy reader, so pretty much any fantasy intimidates me. So I think we're gonna go Six of Crows. So this one was pick two prompts and pick a book that fits both those prompts, and we got a book with a 3-word title and a book with an animal on the cover. That was such a fun prompt. Honestly, like, kind of sad I got it because it was so much fun. I want to do it again. That was such a fun prompt. So we only have 2 more to pick. Let's see what this one is. Oh my gosh, why are all of my prompts so long? A book that has a movie or is becoming a movie. Okay. So I do feel like I have quite a bit of options for this. We have Where the Rainbows Ends, which is what Love, Rosie is based off of. We have Redeeming Love. We have Pride and Prejudice. I don't know if any of these have adaptations. We have Mickey 7. See, I do feel like Mickey 7 is a good option because I feel like I've been kind of in my like sci-fi era. I feel like because I picked Six of Crows, like, do I want that many different genres? Like, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go Mickey 7. I do really want to read that, but I think I either want to go Redeeming Love or Pride and Prejudice. Or do you know what I could do? This isn't on the shelf. It's on my spring TBR, but it's not on the shelf because of the edition that I have for it. I have it like displayed on my mantle, and that is Anne of Green Gables, which does have multiple show and movie adaptations. Or I could go Pride and Prejudice, because I do really want to read a classic this spring. I just feel like a lot of classics have like great spring vibes. The font in this is so small. I don't know, Pride and Prejudice or Anne of Green Gables. I feel like Anne of Green Gables is giving more spring, but I think Pride and Prejudice is like what is calling to me at the current moment. I think for a book with a movie or show adaptation, or is getting a movie or show adaptation, I'm gonna go Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. We have quite the selection for this month. I feel like we really have like a unique amount of books. Should we pick the spring prompt? I don't know. I feel like let's pick it. If we like absolutely hate it, we can pick something else. Like, this is our fun time. A book with a pastel cover. So this is definitely like a romance prompt, I feel like. Also, like, what are we counting as pastel? By a thread, I definitely feel like this is like a pastel pink. The match, I feel like, is like a pastel yellow. I can't say that word anymore because when I'm saying it now, it doesn't sound like it's a real word. And then this, I also feel like is pastel. I don't think I would count this. I wish I could, because this is what I want to put on, if I'm being totally honest. But I don't think I would count that as pastel. So I feel like these 3 are like, yeah, no, that's not. That would be cheating, I fear. So I definitely think these are our best 3 options. This one is a hefty book, but I do feel like I need a push to read it. I fear Lucy Score might just like not be for me. I just don't know if like a 500-page romance book is something that I'm super interested in. And then the match we talked about, and then this one is on my spring TBR, and it was also on my March TBR, and I did not read it. I honestly don't really know what this one's about. I think it's like, I don't know, I think there's a romance, but I think it's just kind of like whimsy, weird. I don't know. Okay. I feel like I know what my heart is telling me. I'm nervous to put this on the TBR again, because if I don't get to it, that would be pathetic for it to be on 2 TBRs and not to get to it. But I just don't really have a ton of desire to read either one of these at this moment in time. So I think for a book with a pastel cover, we're gonna go The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels I feel like that's a good pick. I feel like we have a really good arrangement of books this month. I am gonna rearrange this a bit because I'd like to put all of my TBR books on the top shelf if I can get them to fit. So give me a second, let me rearrange, and then we'll do a quick little recap of everything that we picked out. Okay, the top shelf is cleared. Let's put our little cup up there, our little cutie pie, and do a little recap of the 6/7 books on my TBR for May. The first one, Love Theoretically, we picked for the prompt More Than One Person on the Cover. A book with a yellow cover, we picked Saturday Night at the Lake Night Supper Club. A book under 300 pages, we picked House of Hollow. Pick 2 prompts and pick a book that fits both. We picked the prompts, a book with a 3-word title and a book with an animal on the cover, and we picked 6 of Crows. I just realized I think House of Hollow would have worked for that prompt as well because there is a beetle and an ant on the cover. That's so fun. I can't believe we had 4 books that fit that. That's crazy. That's such a fun prompt. I should put a couple more of those in there. A book with a screen adaptation, we picked Pride and Prejudice. And then a book with a pastel cover, we picked The Mysterious Society of Lady Scoundrels. And then the reason why I said 6/7 is because my book club's pick for May is The Song of Achilles, and unfortunately I could not find a prompt that fit that, but I still have to read it at night. So we're gonna go ahead and put that on the TBR. So these are the 7 books on my TBR for May. I feel like that's a really good TBR. It's quite different than what I feel like I have been currently reading. So I feel like we're getting a really good variety this month, which I think is really, really fun, and it's gonna be really, really fun. So let me know what is on you guys' TBR for May, and if you've read any of these books, which ones I should start with, which ones I should prioritize, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, you guys.